On January 10th, 2020, Trey tweeted, "A job will have you 21 years old with a 56-year-old best friend. Like, dang, where the fuck Mr. Otis at today?" This is the Museum of Twitter, the show we talk about the most important tweets in the history of Twitter.com. Trey is getting at a universal experience. Because for most of your life up until adulthood, you are sequestered around people who are around your same age. And when you're around adults, the relationship is clearly that you're a child or teen and they're an adult. But then when you enter the workforce, you're suddenly on the same ground as every other adult in the room. Like, not literally, you have a boss or whatever, but you all are considered like adults. You're all working people. And so that leads to situations where even though you're 21 years old, you're friends with the people who work with you, who might be 56 years old. And you find yourself really close friends with the Mr. Otises of the world. Now, this tweet has been copied many, many times. Like, the real Morgan changed it to be 19 and 35-year-old best friend, like, damn, where Jackie at today? But this is the original, and I think that this is the best, mostly because the name Mr. Otis is just perfect. Like, Mr. Otis is just a great old guy name. Also, the fact that he's referred to by Mr. First Name shows the age dynamic going on. Also, obviously, there's a racial component to it because that is a thing that's more associated with the African-American community, calling people who are older Mr. First Name. Although that is a thing that is not completely unheard of among white people. And a lot of people have made this observation. Trey's not the first person to say, like, hey, isn't it weird how you can be friends with someone who's way older than you just because you have the same job? But I think the last part is vital. The fact that he's asking where Mr. Otis is at today is just really funny. Because you can just imagine him thinking, like, man, work is going to be so awful today because I don't get to talk to Mr. Otis. And I will say, these relationships are some of the best parts of being an adult in the workforce. I don't know if I've ever had a gap this big, but I definitely have had a meaningful relationship with coworkers who are much older than me. And it's nice. It's nice to talk to people who have different life experiences than you do. And honestly, it's a lot less weird than you would think if you were in high school watching this. Because at the end of the day, Mr. Otis wants the same thing you do. He wants to clock in, wants to get his work done in as pain-free manner as possible, and go home. And there's a lot to relate to about that. Now, people in the comments and the quote tweets supported this. Not to the original post, because that was deleted a while ago, but in response to Morgan's version of it. Honeybun says, "I felt this. My work bestie is 63, and she is my absolute favorite. I legit get pissed when she's not at work." And SZA's Factory Reset Body said, "Especially at Walmart. Be 19 with a 65-year-old friend. Talking about, Miss Brenda, when are we going to lunch?" And I love that for everyone involved. People have used versions of this tweet to talk about fictional characters, real people. Specifically, I've seen it used about soccer, like the Chelsea women's team, where someone said, "A job will have you 19 years old with a 56-year-old best friend, like, dang, where Lucia at today?" I believe this is referring to Lucy Bronze, who I think is the person in the middle of this photo, but she's not actually 56, she's just 33, but I think they're exaggerating. Same with this tweet where someone quoted the news that Rafael Nadal and Carlos Alcaraz would be playing doubles together, implying that in this relationship, Alcaraz is 21 and Nadal is Mr. Otis. For all you hockey fans, someone posted a graphic of Brad Marchand and Mackie Samoskiewicz's ages and the 14-year and 188-day difference. And Bebe quoted that and said, "A job will have you 23 with a 36-year-old best friend, like, damn, where Mr. Brad at today?" People also do it with the cast of their favorite entertainment properties. SK said that this is Aya with everyone in the Bear cast, even the young ones. Which, like, I don't know how true that is, but I'm also not deep in the Bear cast lore. One which definitely makes sense is XMKT, who tweeted two photos of Gaten Matarazzo and Joe Keery on the set of Stranger Things many years apart with the caption, "A job will have you 13 with a 23-year-old best friend, like, damn, where Joe at today?" And this is not a niche meme at all. The official account for the show Only Murders in the Building tweeted a photo of Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, and Martin Short and said, "A job will have you 32 years old with a 75-year-old best friend, like, dang, where Marty at today?" Which, honestly, if I work with Martin Short and he wasn't at work one day, I definitely would be wondering that. And like these memes always do, they are applied to fictional characters. When Nosferatu was in theaters, Tom tweeted a photo of Willem Dafoe and Lily Rose Depp in the movie and said, "A job will have you 21 years old with a 56-year-old best friend, like, dang, where the Mr. Von Franz at today?" A version that's been posted a lot is Jennifer Lawrence and Woody Harrelson in The Hunger Games with the caption, "A job will have you 21 years old with a 56-year-old best friend, like, dang, where the Haymitch at today?" And the one I'm finishing with, because as everyone who's watched the show in the last month knows, I'm as pit-pilled as they come. Pink's Tape posted a gif of Dr. Robbie and Dr. Mohan on the pit with the caption, "A job will have you 30 years old with a 53-year-old father figure, like, dang, where the Dr. Robbie at today?" I can say, if I was working in the pit and Dr. Robbie did not show up, I'm going home. Okay, that's not true. If Dr. Abbott is there, I'll probably stay. In my opinion, one of the most beautiful things of adult life is the connections you make with people that you would not expect to make connections with. In fact, it really saddens me when I see younger people retreat from situations in which they might make a connection with someone that they would not think they'd make a connection with. I think if you only put yourself in environments where you're surrounded exclusively by people with the exact same life experiences as you're doing yourself a disservice. All our lives are made richer by the Mr. Otises we know. And a relationship with a Mr. Otis doesn't need to be that long. It often is fleeting. It's often a person you only work with for like 6 months. But you hear stories about when they were growing up, you hear stories about their lives, and that enriches your life. And the thing is, you're enriching their life too. Because they might tease you, but they want to know what it's like to be 21 years old in this day and age. And they want to give you advice. They want you to learn from their mistakes. They want to have that relationship. And so as the years go by and you find yourself in the position of being a Mr. Otis, be a Mr. Otis. And just generally, I think it's good to carry yourself at work in such a way that when you're not there, people think, dang, where the are they today? Maybe I'm an outlier here, but if I miss a day of work because I'm sick, there's nothing that makes me happier than showing up the next day and my boss saying, "Oh, everyone was wondering, where's Jake today? Where's Jake today?" What can I say? That makes me feel great. Like I've said the past few episodes, I'm raising money for a charity called Zebra Group, which helps LGBTQ teens in the Central Florida area. I'm doing a 24-hour live stream this weekend, and basically the money you send in will decide what movies I watch in that live stream. Go to the link in my bio, which shows you where to donate, where to send the receipt, and how it all works.